Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Dinsmore, you can hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. On the record in the matters of the people of the city of Lansing versus Todd Michael Dinsmore, file numbers 21-01611 and 21-02063. Council appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. Amanda O'Boyle appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Keithley, Assistant Public Defender, appearing on behalf of Todd Dinsmore, who is present via Zoom.
Okay, I think one of these might be a state case.
That is correct, Your Honor. One of them is a state matter. It was an SD.
Okay, and I don't see a prosecutor here on that one, but she did sign the transfer paperwork, it looks like. Well, hold up here. What's happening? The issue that I see is on the transfer paperwork, both of the signatures were for the city on the prosecuting attorney, and I don't think that's accurate. Is one of these? No, they're both the same. Okay, it looks like they're both the city. They're gonna go to 55th District Court. Is that accurate?
54B, Your Honor.
54B, okay. Mr. Dinsmore, today was the date set for sentencing on two files, file number 21-01611, which was charges at OWI second. You are going to be transferred or were accepted into the sobriety or the treatment court at 54B. And so this file, as well as the file number ending in 21-02063, will be transferred to 54B to participate in that treatment court. Do you agree to that, sir?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay, I see that you granted your permission to your attorney to sign this document. That's correct?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Pinky, did you advise your client of the $900 participation fee?
He and I did not speak about it specifically. He did have an opportunity to review the order. Did you see that on there, Mr. Dinsmore?
I did. Is that due before the start of, before I'm eligible?
You have already been screened and determined to be eligible. I believe that is just, it is similar to a probation oversight fee. I believe you'd be able to pay that off during the course of your time in sobriety court program.
Yeah, that's what I understood, and that's I'm willing to accept that.
Okay, sounds good. I guess at this point, the only concern I'm having is that they want the case to be transferred to supervision. They're not indicating the amount of time he's going to be under supervision. So I think that best be handled at 54B. So I will not make any determinations about the amount of time you're going to be on probation. I'll just order that you are to complete a term of probation under the supervision of 54B for their sobriety court, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, any additional matters for the record, Mr. Keeper?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Nothing for the city, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. You're all set, Mr. Dinsmore. Good luck.
Thank you.
It's signed by Judge Ward because Judge Buchanan is on vacation.
You want to bring him in the living room or he's sitting in the room?
Okay, two people just joined from an iPhone. Okay, who just joined from the iPhone? You have to unmute. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
My name is Derek Blakeney Smith. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Smith.
Yes.
Okay, you're represented by Mr. Yang.
Yes.
Okay, you're scheduled for 9:30, so I don't think Mr. Yang will be here till then.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No problem.
All right.
Thank you.
Mr. Boyle, are you there?
I'm here.
Just had an officer show up for the McKinnon jury trial. He said he didn't have any contact with you to let him know that it wasn't gonna be a trial.
We put it on our call off for the office phone number as we do every week. Perhaps he was not aware to check that. I would say I didn't know if Miss McKeon was gonna appear this morning. As the last time I talked to Miss Donnelly, she indicated that she did not have a good phone number for Miss McKeon, and so I was hopeful that she would appear this morning. But I haven't seen her yet, so, but the officer is free to go as the matter has been reset for a plea date.
Yep, that's what he was told, so just wanted to let you know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Morning, person identified as Buck.
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Buck, Buck.
Okay, is that your first name or last name?
Leslie is my first name, Leslie. My last name is Buck, Buck.
Okay, Buck, do you have an attorney?
No, I think this is for driving with license suspended. I don't really think I need an attorney for that.
Mr. Keith or Ms. Donnelly? Yeah, neither one of you represent him for this matter, is that right?
No, he was denied and declined an attorney.
I'll put you in a private meeting room with the Assistant City Attorney, Ms. O'Boyle.
Okay.
Buck, you have to accept the breakout room request. Mr. Buck, are you there? Morning, who just joined on the Moto G Stylus? Hello,
Hello,
what's your name?
Elizabeth Owen.
So when do you have an attorney?
That's me.
Donnelly, do you need to speak to your client?
Yes, thank you.
So Boyle, Mr. Buck seems to have technical difficulties. He's logged in 2 different times on multiple devices, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Okay, all right. He didn't join the breakout room, so I guess whenever he sorts out his issues,
Hi.
I'm happy to talk to him.
Mr. Buck, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
You need to start your video, sir.
I tried to, how do I do it? Do I just slide my screen over?
Just like that. The only problem is we need to see your whole face.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna slide it over to the right.
No, you can just keep it right in front of you the way you just had it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mr. Buck,
I
you're
didn't
gonna
know-
see a breakout room request come across your screen. You need to click join.
Okay.
There's eggs everywhere in the house.
Good morning, Mr. Yang.
Look, my
Good morning. Mr. Blakeney Smith will be a plea this morning. I'm not sure if the city attorney is on or not yet, but
She's here. She's in a breakout room with someone else.
okay. All right, yep.
Mr. Yang, you need to advise your client if they're gonna appear via Zoom, and especially for a plea, they need to be in a position where we don't have a lot of feedback in the background.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe he's in a different room now.
Okay, very good. I'm sorry? No, that's not the first person.
I don't know how this is the right room. Okay.
Can you start your video, please?
How do I do that? Oh, okay. Ooh, thank you. My bad.
No problem. Mrs. O'Boyle, were you all set in the breakout room?
Yes, I was, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, sounds good. On the record in the matter, the people of the city of Lansing versus Leslie Buck Jr., file number 21-01024, council appearance.
Hold on.
Good morning, Your Honor. Amanda
All right.
O'Boyle, appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Okay, and Mr. Buck,
Yes, ma'am.
you're proceeding without counsel, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, today was the date that was set for a pretrial and driving while license is suspended. You met privately with the assistant city attorney. Was there an offer placed on this file?
There was, Your Honor. I was working on the plea sheet right now. I did have an opportunity to speak with Mr. Buck in a breakout room. We are in agreement. He has 2 outstanding tickets with the 54A District Court. He intends to take care of those with his mother today. If he does that, the city will dismiss the driving while license suspended charge. And for that reason, I'm requesting a 1-week adjournment.
Set up for April 25th at 9 a.m.
Okay.
Give me just a moment. Can you print what other tickets he has, please?
Yeah, you did. I was gonna tell you that. I was gonna put that on you while you was asleep. For real, I'm like, yes, ma'am.
We're on the record, so we don't need to hear your side conversation on the record, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you have a no insurance, Mr. Buck, that you owe. It's like $306 on.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we can. We can see it.
And then there is a equipment violation that you owe $234 on. Let's see.
Yes, ma'am.
What was that all about?
Is your mom gonna pay this online or is she gonna come in person to pay it?
Actually, since I had a bond for them and it was $635, she's gonna go down there and just tell and reassure them that they can use my bond money for the tickets.
Well, your bond is on this current file, correct?
I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure the
Yeah,
bond was for.
the bond that you have is on the file that we just reset. You can't apply that bond.
Okay, so the money. So I'm saying though, did she still get that money back for me going to court?
I gotta see if this. Let me see. It looks like you made a payment up for a bond on March 23rd, 2022 on that one.
Yes.
Yeah, that bond won't be released until that charge is dismissed.
And that charge, what was that charge? That charge was.
That's the driving while license is suspended, sir.
So we can't get the money back to pay for the driving with license suspended until the driving and license suspended is dismissed.
Well, what's happening is you're not paying for the driving while license is suspended. The offer was for you to address the other outstanding tickets and that the city would dismiss the driving while license is suspended. That's the one that you actually have the bond on.
Okay. I get what you're saying. So basically, the tickets was what I was paying basically, and the
Yeah,
driving
you
with
have paid
license.
these outstanding, correct, you have some outstanding tickets. And actually, let's see here, you owe quite a bit of money. One of them unable to, it's a careless driving. It says that you owe $336. You have a no insurance that you owe $306. And then you have an equipment violation that you owe $234.
Yeah, I seen that. That's what we were talking. That's what we were talking about. So basically, so that money that I paid on the bond, I can't use that. That's already used, basically. So my mom don't get that money back. That's what I'm trying
That
to.
money is tied up, it's holding
Oh,
that
okay.
file. Yeah, it's
Okay.
tied up on that
Understood.
file and
Understood.
to ensure your appearance in court on that file. So if you take care of these other tickets and you return to court on your next court date and the matter is dismissed, then you can have that bond released back to whoever posted the bond. However, if
Oh,
you
okay.
fail to appear, that bond is forfeited, sir.
Okay. So basically, regardless of the matter, I'm gonna still be paying $500 and be getting $600 back. That's what you're saying.
I don't really know what you're talking about, but you owe $921.
Oh yeah, it is 900 and something.
Yeah.
Okay, 900 and something dollars, and I get $600 back. That's what you're
No,
saying.
I don't know where the 600 comes from. There's a
Because my
bond for
bond was
300.
600. My bond was 635.
$600 bond?
You're saying if the bond got dismissed, this is what I'm understanding. You're saying if the case gets dismissed, I get the bond money back. I paid $635. So my $635 come back after the case is dismissed. But I gotta pay 900.
Sir, I don't see where you paid $635 on the bond. There's a receipt in here that says you paid a bond and a cash bond $300.
Oh well, I got a receipt too. That says 635. So I don't know, but I will figure this out by next week. I'm gonna talk to my mom today. She's gonna go down there and figure that out because she's the one who had helped post the bond. So, but I know for sure.
Her signature here. I see her signature here.
Thelma
And it's for
Moore.
$300.
Yeah, I don't know how possibly, because it was definitely 600. When I remember talking to the guy downtown, he said you need $635 to get out tonight. I remember him telling me that. My mom came up there and I got bonded. And I remember I got the receipt. The paper receipt says $330
Okay,
or
you may have a
$635.
bond in another. You may have a bond in another file, sir.
Oh, I could. I don't know, Your Honor. I'm just telling you what I saw on the receipt. I don't know for sure. You know, you got all the paperwork in front of you. I don't got that, you know. So I know I owe 900 and something because I looked online and I seen that. I seen 900 and something.
You
So I knew.
On the insurance case where you owe 306, you do have a bond in that file.
Okay. So and I still can't use that money neither. I can't use no money I use.
Your mother would have to come up here and agree to apply the bond, but that's a no insurance. So you would have to
specifically tell her no insurance. That's for no insurance. Go up there and tell them use this for no insurance.
I'm trying to understand why they would post a bond on this. Let's see.
I don't know neither. They blew my mind.
Oh, for the show cause. If your mom wants to come up and apply that bond on that file, it'll take care of that matter, okay?
Yes, ma'am. No insurance, right?
That'll take care of the no insurance. That's correct. You still would have to take care of the equipment violation and the careless driving. There's no bonds on those that I see. And then the driving while license does have a bond, but it's going to be tied up on that file until that case is resolved.
Okay, well then they must have split it up. You know what I'm saying? She might have put 300 there and 300 there.
She
because
did. It's two separate bonds.
Okay, because I was about to say, because for sure it was a receipt saying 635, and I gave her half of the money. So I'm like, if you're telling me it's 300 and she took my 300, I'm gonna be upset. But I understand though.
It's not a receipt in here. full one.
I
I think
understand
they
though,
put it on the
so
wrong file then, because
yeah.
this one, they put it on the no insurance. I see it in both, though. That would be-
Yeah, I don't know what they did. I know when I was leaving downtown, they said if you pay $635 tonight, you will be out tonight. Or you could wait till the morning and get PR bond. That's what I should have did, and then just use that straight money on that. That's what I should have did. But I was thinking either way, I could just use the money on the tickets regardless, because they've been for so long, 2019.
There's no receipt for it. Okay, sir, so is your mom coming up here today?
Yeah, I'm about to, when we get off of this call, I'm gonna call her and tell her she has to. I'm gonna just make it you gotta go up there today because
Okay, when she comes here, have them to come get me so that I can waive the suspension and penalties on them, okay?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then we'll see you next week at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hold on. Your name is Judge Simmons, right?
That's correct.
Okay, all right. I'll tell my mom to go in there and ask for Judge Simmons, or I'm just going there and tell. Okay, cool. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Yang and Mr. Derek Blackney Smith.
Here.
On the record in the matter, the people of the city of Lansing versus Derek Blackney Smith. File number is 20-02835OD, council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Amanda O'Boyle appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Good morning, Your Honor. Joseph Yang on behalf of Mr. Derek Blakeney Smith. We're both present via Zoom and consent to having this hearing via Zoom.
Thank you. And today was the date that was set for a pre-trial. My understanding is that there is going to be a plea on this matter. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. Ms. Boyle and I have had some lengthy discussions about this file, and I think we've come to a resolution. I believe Mr. Blakeney Smith will be pleading to counts 1 and 2, and then counts 3 and 4 will be dismissed. Is Ms. Boyle, if I'm misstating that, can you correct me if I am?
That is correct.
Okay, Mr. Smith, that's your understanding of your plea agreement, that you will plead guilty to counts 1 and 2. The
Yes,
balance of the charges would be dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
Have count 1 being operating while intoxicated, and count 2 operating while intoxicated, schedule 1, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yep.
Okay, you can put your hand down, sir. Okay, Mr. Blakeney Smith, you understand that you have the right to be represented by counsel and you are represented by Mr. Yang. You have the right to proceed to a trial in this matter, and you have the right to have a jury trial. At the time of trial, you have the right to have the prosecution, which is the city attorney's office, prove each element beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to remain silent at trial and not have silence be used to implicate or prove your guilt. You have the right to cross-examine or question any witness the city intends to call. And then you also have the right to call your own witnesses or present any evidence you believe would further defense to the underlying charges. If you want to plead guilty today, you would be giving up each of those rights today, sir. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
You want to give up those rights today?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody making any promises to you to get you to waive your rights and plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
Has anybody threatened you to get you to waive your rights and plead guilty?
No.
Are you currently on probation or parole?
No, but after this, I will be starting probation.
Starting probation where?
Your Honor, if I may, Derek, if I may, he has a pending case in 30th Circuit Court. He's scheduled to be sentenced at the end of this month. We're anticipating that it'll be a term of probation. That is for a CCW charge, Your Honor.
Okay, so you're not currently on probation, but you're hoping to get probation because you don't know what the judge is gonna give you, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And have you discussed with your attorney how this plea may at all impact that status?
Yes.
Okay. You understand that a guilty plea could result in a conviction that you need to report to your current employer or a future job employer?
Yes.
You still wish to waive your rights and plead guilty, sir?
Yes.
You understand that a guilty plea could impact any immigration status you may be seeking?
Yes.
You understand that? Okay, are you pleading guilty because you believe you are guilty?
Yes.
As to count one, operating while intoxicated, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Then as to count two, operating while intoxicated by Schedule 1, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Have a factual basis, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Blakeney Smith, I want to take you back to June 28th, 2020. The address of 2414 Teal Street, Lansing, Michigan, 48910. Is that in Ingham County, City of Lansing, State of Michigan?
Yes.
Okay. And when you were at that location, were you walking or were you driving a vehicle?
I was driving.
Okay. And prior to driving, had you consumed any alcoholic substances?
Yes.
And do you remember what that was?
It was.
Was it alcohol or was it beer or liquor, I guess?
Alcohol.
Okay. Was it beer or liquor?
Liquor.
Okay. And if the report says that your blood alcohol content was 0.079 and you had some cocaine in your system, would you have any reason to doubt that?
No.
Okay. In addition to that, prior to you driving, did you also consume any other substance?
Yes.
And was that marijuana?
Yes.
And you understood that if you were under the influence of these substances, you're not allowed to drive a vehicle. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, but you still drove vehicles anyways. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. There's anything else for the factual basis, Your Honor?
Anything from the city?
No, Your Honor, the city is satisfied with the factual basis on the record.
Thank you. The court is also satisfied with the factual basis. I will accept your plea. I find your plea to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. This matter will be set for sentencing on June 6th, 2022 at 8:30 in the morning. Does that work for you, Mr. Yang?
Yeah, I'm getting my calendar here. June 6th. Monday, June 6th at 8:30. That works for me, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Prior to sentencing, Mr. Blakey Smith, you actually need to meet with probation so they can provide the court with a pre-sentence report and investigation. You're also going to have to undergo a substance abuse assessment if you've not already done so by approved assessor. And you need to report to probation within 48 hours of today to schedule that, okay?
Okay. Now I have a quick question. I've already been reporting to a lady. So would I have to call her, or would I just have to go back and reset it up all over again?
You've been reporting to whom?
For pretrial services for my other case. So would I just contact her, or would I just call over again and restart?
Derek, Your Honor, I can explain this to him later. Derek, when we finish, I'll explain who you need to call. It's two separate people. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna explain it on the record because I don't want any discrepancy if he shows up here without the pre-sentence report completed. If you're reporting to pretrial services, that's at circuit court, okay, sir?
Mhm.
You may have another matter, I'm not sure, but we have a probation department here on the 5th floor of City Hall,
Mhm.
one floor below the court. This is where I'm ordering you to report within 48 hours. They
Okay.
will be the people to get, you'll get a questionnaire that you need to complete and turn in, and then they will schedule a follow-up meeting with you to do your pre-sentence report investigation, okay, sir?
Okay.
And so you need to make sure you come here in person within the next 48 hours to do that, okay?
Yes.
Do you have any further questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing further for the city, Your Honor. Thank you.
Nothing further for the defense, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Blakely Smith. You're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Yang. Don't we usually ask for PSI? We usually ask for PSI.
Check out.
You usually only check one box.
Substance abuse.
I'm not sure, but we can find out. Okay, are we ready on Ms. Owen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Elizabeth Owen. Have file numbers 21-02721 and 21-03213. Council appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. Amanda O'Boyle appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
An Assistant Public Defender, Sarah Donnelly, on behalf of the defendant Elizabeth Owen, who is appearing separately by Zoom.
Thank you. Today's a date that was set for pre-trials on 2 files. One is operating while intoxicated greater than 0.17 and the driving while license is suspended. How are we proceeding on these matters?
Your Honor, at this time, we're still trying to get a substance abuse assessment to get an offer from the city. Ms. Owen needed to get a free assessment from community mental health, but they needed a state ID. So she made an appointment to get a state ID last week. Her son was supposed to get her a ride, but then his truck broke down, so she couldn't go. And now she needs to wait for her Social Security check on the 29th to have the money to go get a new one. So at this time, I was gonna see if we could get another 30 days so that she can get paid and go and get her license, so that she can, again, go get a free assessment at community mental health. I heard the 9 a.m. part. What date, Your Honor?
May 23rd.
23rd, 9 a.m. All right, thank you.
No problem. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor. Thank you.
Nothing for defense. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're all set, ma'am. We'll see you on May 23rd. Who's in the jail?
Hello,
What's your name?
Ortiz Duncan.
You're supposed to be in Judge Flores.
Oh, Your Honor, that's probably my fault. I think our courtroom numbers got changed recently. Do you know what court Judge Flores is in now, ma'am?
Do you have one for Alderson?
Yes, we do.
He just took over Alderson's number.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, I see we have an interpreter here. Who's getting an interpreter? Single. Guidance did not share. So. Oh, Mr. Keithley, Mr. Stump is in the courtroom. Did you need to speak to him?
Yeah, if I could, please, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll get him on a device.
Yeah, thank you. Can you hear?
Mr. Manduhana? Do we know who his attorney is? Oh, Manduhana as well? Okay, I have him on mute. We'll wait. And did they give Mr. Cager an attorney? Ms. Donnelly?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did your office make a decision about Mr. Cager?
Yes, they transferred to Keithley.
Okay, sounds good. So he'll wait for Mr. Keithley. And then I think we have the interpreter waiting for Musingo, but he's not appeared yet. And so I'm going to let the interpreter leave, okay? Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, the defendant that you were here for did not appear, so you're free to go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Keithley, are you all set with Mr. Stump? You can come in.
I am, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Matthew Joseph Sump, file number 21-03283. Council appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Amanda O'Boyle appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Keithley, Assistant Public Defender, appearing on behalf of Matthew Sump, who is present in person, as I understand it.
Today is the date that is set for a pretrial. Looks like last week, Mr. Keithley had just received discovery. How are we proceeding at this time?
Thank you, Your Honor. I did have an opportunity to review the discovery that I had requested. As a result of that, I put in a supplemental discovery request looking for the background information related to the blood test in this matter. As a result of that, I'm expecting, and I don't know whether the city has actually received that or reviewed that request at this time. Because that's going to be involving the Michigan State Police, and I know it can take a while to get materials from them, I'm going to be requesting a 60-day adjournment of this matter. Hopefully we'll get it more quickly than that. And if I do receive it more quickly than that, perhaps I'll be able to reach out and try to reschedule the pretrial for a little sooner than that. But just given my prior experience with MSP, it can take so long to get materials from them. I think 60 days is probably going to be necessary here.
June 27th at 9:30. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor. Thank you.
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
So you can have a seat there. We'll get you a copy of your notice, okay? Thank you. Mr. Keithley, do you represent Mr. Manduhano?
I do, Your Honor, and I'm prepared to proceed on that matter.
Okay. We're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Eduardo Manduhano, file number 22-00407. Council appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Amanda O'Boyle appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Keithley, Assistant Public Defender, appearing on behalf of Eduardo Mantuano, who is present via Zoom.
Thank you. And today was the date that was set for a second pretrial. We were waiting for him to get an assessment. How are we proceeding at this time?
Thank you, Your Honor. My understanding is Mr. Manduano did actually go out and get that assessment. I have not yet received a copy of it. My understanding is that he had actually gotten it and was going to be bringing a copy of it to court to give to me this morning. Unfortunately, I was unable to appear at the court in person as I had planned to meet with him. Based on that, I'm going to have to make some alternate arrangements to get that from him and then furnish it over to the city attorney's office. So I'm going to be requesting a further 2-week adjournment of this matter, Your Honor.
May 16th at 2:30. What you said, 10:30? At 10:30, I'm sorry. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing further for the city, Your Honor. Thank you.
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mandujano. If you want to stop by the courtroom, we'll give you a copy of your notice to appear. Mr. Keithley, did you need to speak to Mr. Cager?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm not sure if your office is representing Musingo, but I'm issuing a bench warrant.
You said as to Mr. Musingo?
Yes,
Yes, Your Honor. I do represent Mr. Musingo.
I'll put Mr. Cager in your room.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Schneider?
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Larry Schneider, present.
Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Wilfredo Torres Jr., file number 09-068960T. Council appearance?
Good morning, Your Honor. Amanda O'Boyle appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Larry Schneider appearing on behalf of Wilfredo Torres Jr. Mr. Torres?
Thank you.
Morning, Your Honor.
That was set for a motion hearing for an application to set aside a conviction for operating without a license on person. This matter was reset to ensure that the city received a copy of the motion. Has the city received a copy?
You did, Your Honor.
I have not received any response, so you can make your response at this time.
Yes, Your Honor. I did convey the message to Mr. Schneider. We did review Mr. Torres's history, and he does appear eligible for expungement at this time, and the city is supportive of the motion to set aside.
Thank you, Ms. O'Boyle.
Okay, and we did not receive any response from the Attorney General on this matter. However, in review of the file, the court does believe that granting the application is in the interest of justice and consistent with the public welfare. I'm not going to cause you to go through any further allocution. You've been before me already, and you've shared what you've been doing since the time of these offenses. And so I'm going to sign your application today. Okay, sir?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No problem. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing by the defendant.
Thank you for the city, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're all set, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor, so much.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank
Okay.
you. Have a good one.
Have a blessed day. Yes, ma'am.
I know.
I think Mr. Torres, I'm sorry. Mr. Torres. Is it Mr. Thomas? You're muted.
Yes, Your Honor, I am present.
Okay, I think you're represented by Mr. Keith Lee, and he is in a meeting room with someone else, so we'll see if he needs to meet with you, okay?
Already.
Good morning, Mr. Zaney.
Good morning, Your Honor. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you too. I think it's gonna snow.
Yeah, I heard
Still
Detroit's
gonna
going to
try to
get
be
3
happy.
inches, and that's where I'm at right now.
And despite of, we're gonna have a happy Monday.
Hey, all it takes is putting on that spring attire. That's what I've been doing for a week just to get my head wrapped around spring coming.
Well, pull out your snow boots for today.
Yeah.
Is your client logging in?
No, she's not. I advised her that we have not received the information from MSP or the Attorney General's office. I had shot in an email to some of your staff. One of them got kicked back. So I just logged in to make sure the court was aware we weren't ignoring today's date, but I think we're gonna have to get a new date unless the court has the information that I can get my client to log in. But I don't even think we received MSP's response on this. It's a motion to set aside.
Yeah, I'm seeing if the AG responded.
They did?
I'm trying to see. I don't see one in
Oh.
the file.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I saw this was filed sometime in March, so I've had things pending from January without the AG responding, so I don't know if it's realistic.
Yeah, we don't have a response, so you want a new, we'll get a new date sent to you. I do, wait, what is this? There was a response from MSP, it looks like.
Okay.
But I don't see one from the AG, so I'll have the court send you a new date. We can't reset these. Sean Farnham has to reset it.
Oh, okay. We can make that. Thank you. I appreciate that, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set. Thank you.
All right, we'll see you soon. Take care.
Thank you. Are we ready on Mr. Cager?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Cager, you there? Okay. We're on the record in the matters of the people of the city of Lansing versus Devon Cager, file number 21-02784 and 21-02934. Council appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Amanda O'Boyle appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Keithley, Assistant Public Defender, appearing on behalf of Devon Cager, who is present via Zoom.
Thank you. And today was the date set for pre-trials in both files. How are we proceeding on these?
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, I'm requesting a 2-week adjournment of these two files. As the court's aware, I got these files relatively recently. Ms. Donnelly was representing Mr. Cager for quite some time, and there's a lot in these files that I want to go over and speak with Mr. Cager about. He and I did not have a chance to speak until this morning. I think that a 2-week adjournment will likely be the best method towards seeking a resolution in this matter.
May 16th at 11. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Cager, did you have any questions? I can't hear you or see you, so if you're talking, you need to unmute.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, Your Honor. I don't have any further.
Okay. Okay, we'll see you on May 16th then.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Keithley, did you need to speak to Mr. Thomas?
No, Your Honor. I'm ready to go with Mr. Thomas.
On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Joshua Thomas, file number 21-03393 OD, council appearance.
Morning, Your Honor. Amanda O'Boyle appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Keithley, Assistant Defender, appearing on behalf of Mr. Thomas, who is present via Zoom.
Thank you. Today was a date that was reset for a plea. Mr. Thomas was on probation in 30th Circuit. This matter was adjourned to allow him to consider this offer and see if the offer would have any impact on that status before 30th Circuit. I think the offer was for him to plead guilty to operating while visibly impaired. Is that still how we're proceeding at this time?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay. And you're ready to proceed at this time, Mr. Thomas?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Okay, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Okay, so Mr. Thomas, you have the right to proceed to trial in this matter. You have the right to have a jury trial. At the time of trial, you have the right to have the city prove each element of the charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to question or cross-examine any witness the city intends to bring. You have the right to call your own witnesses or present evidence you believe would further a defense to the charge. You have the right to remain silent at trial and not have silence be used to implicate your guilt. If you want to plead guilty to the amended charge of operating while visibly impaired, we need to waive each of those rights here today. So are you waiving those rights today, sir?
I am, Your Honor.
Anybody threatening you to get you to waive those rights?
No,
Anybody promising you anything to get you to waive those rights?
no.
Are you pleading guilty to the charge because you believe you're guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And you understand that a guilty plea could result in a conviction that you may need to report to your current employer or future job?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay, with that understanding, you still want to plead guilty, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. As to the amended charge of operating while visibly impaired, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Have a factual basis, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Thomas, on or about December 15th, 2021, were you operating a motor vehicle in the area of South Cedar and East Jolly in the city of Lansing, Ingham County, state of Michigan?
Yes,
And prior to operating that motor vehicle, had you been consuming alcohol?
yes,
And did you know it was alcohol at the time you were consuming it?
yes,
And had your consumption of alcohol affected your operation of that motor vehicle such that it's visibly impaired?
yes,
And you ended up getting pulled over by the police, right?
correct.
All right. As a result of that visual impairment? As a result of your operating being visibly impaired?
Yes.
All right. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Questions from the city?
No, Your Honor, the city is satisfied with the factual basis on the record.
Thank you. The board is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea. Find your plea to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. This matter will be set for sentencing on June 13, 2022 at 8:30 in the morning. Prior to sentencing, you need to meet with probation so they can provide the court with a pre-sentence report and recommendation. If you've already undergone an assessment, that can be provided to them so that they don't charge you for a new assessment, okay?
Okay.
You need to report to probation in person within 48 hours, okay, sir?
Okay, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions at this time?
No, I do not.
Okay, any additional matters for the record?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Thomas, thank you.
Thank you.
Who's on iPhone 13? Who's on the iPhone 13, sir? You need to unmute. You have to unmute first.
That'll be me, Your Honor, Ramesses Demps.
Thank you. Okay, is that your client, Ms. Donnelly?
Yes, Your Honor.
You need to speak to him?
Yes, please.
Okay. Are we ready on Mr. Demp's?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Ramses Demps, file number 21-02120. Council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Amanda O'Boyle appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant, Ramses Demps, who's appearing separately by Zoom.
Thank you. Today was the date that was set for another pretrial. Looks like on March 28th, we were here. The offer was for the defendant to accept responsibility to the offer of breach of peace. However, I think there was some additional discovery being requested. So Ms. Donnelly, how did you want to proceed?
Your Honor, I did submit a supplemental discovery request on March 30th. As of today, we don't have a response from the city attorney. I had my office follow up on that last week. And so I'm hoping that, with that follow up, hopefully we'll get that request fulfilled. So at this time, I don't know, be up to the city attorney how long they think, but I would just request like a brief adjournment, like a week or two.
Ms. O'Boyle, do you know how long it'll take?
Your Honor, I was not included on any of those communication follow-ups, so I honestly do not know if Ms. Donnelly could forward me whatever communication was sent. I will follow up with the Lansing Police Department. I imagine that is what you're waiting on.
Yeah, I submitted, the request was submitted to your office.
I understand that, and that was forwarded on to the Lansing Police Department. Did you follow up with our office?
But that's, I believe, what my paralegal did last week, was send an email to the city attorney asking for follow-up.
Okay, I don't show receipt of that email, so if you can.
Yeah, I will.
Send that to me, I will follow up. But if we want to adjourn for 1 week, I imagine whatever it is you're requesting, we can get that to you in a timely fashion.
I'm adjourning it to May 16th at 10:30. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor. Thank you.
None for defense. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Demps, we'll see you on May 16th.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Anybody? Hold on. That was Zany's. Okay. Okay, don't have anything else until 10:30. Who's representing Julie and Douglas? Mr. Keithley, that's your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you need to speak to him at all?
No, Your Honor, my understanding is the city is going to be dismissing this matter.
Mr. Boyle?
Yes, Your Honor, we are. I don't know if you want to
Okay, sounds
call the case.
okay. Mr. Douglas, this matter will be dismissed. You're all set.
Great, folks. Have a nice day.
Same to you. We're having some technical issues getting in contact with the jail on Sarka, so we're not sure what's going on. Okay, looks like Zarka actually bonded out over the weekend, so. Bench warrant.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
No problem.
Your Honor,
I think that's all we have.
All right, see you tomorrow, Your Honor.
have a good day.
Thank you.
Must have bought it out Thursday, 'cause he was on.